Hello and welcome back to another fantasy football video. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are getting pretty close to the game week 34 deadline. Thought I'd push out a quick late video on how the team is looking ahead of the deadline. I'm hitting that free hit button, and so just wanted to have a last minute discussion around final thoughts, maybe able to help you guys out who are in a similar position, or who are just trying to make those final decisions around transfers. We're going to take a quick look at how the team performed in Game Week 33, a very quick look, and then straight on into the decisions ahead of Game Week 34. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Let's go straight on into this one. So quickly, this is how the team performed in Game Week 33. Got 83 points, which was a pretty good score for this game week. Tyrone Mings helping massively with that, and then double-digit hauls from Rashford and Kane, along with the captaincy from Haaland, pushed me up into the top 70k. It's the first time this season I've been in the top 100k. Really nice to kind of finally break that boundary. And yeah, it was just a very solid week for myself. And really looking forward to going into this double game week. Talking of which, why don't we not waste any more time and get straight on into the team selection. So this is currently how the team does look. We're setting up at the minute in the 4-5-1 formation. I'd say the kind of really solid picks for me are the Brighton midfielders, Salah, Haaland, Trent, and probably Edison. It has been discussed probably heavily already that he's the one to go for out of the City defenders because we just know that he is going to play it now. Estupinian versus Dunk is an interesting one for me because I've had Dunk in the free hit draft up until this point. He does do better on bonus points when they get a clean sheet, and he actually has 4 more points overall than Estupinian. The problem for me with going Dunk over Estupinian is actually clearly ownership. I think objectively, if neither player, if I didn't have to care about ownership, then I may well actually go for Dunk over Estupinian. It's just the fact that, Estupinian is much higher owned. And also, outside chance of getting an attacking return. I mean, let's have a look. I mean, the last time that Estupinian got an attacking return was a while ago. So game week 23 away to Crystal Palace. So 10 game weeks ago was the last time that he got an attacking return. Whereas Dunk has actually got an attacking return more recently, and it was a goal. So in terms of attacking threat, arguably Dunk, you could make the case for being better. I think just clearly because of ownership, Estupinian's in there. Sure, I mean, similarly in there due to ownership reasons. I feel like I have to have Man United defensive coverage for this week. I don't necessarily back them massively playing against Villa and Brighton to be keeping a clean sheet. It's just coverage. Now, I think the big decisions for me for this week kind of are around these. I want to say these 3 spots here. So you could drop Robertson down to kind of anyone. Any dud defender, which would then allow you to bring in an attacker. Most people will probably be going for one of Darwin or Jota coming into this game week. Now, Jota has potentially picked up an injury. Klopp coming out and say that he's still got a little bit of back pain after that game against West Ham. So whether he definitely starts, I mean, it could mean that, it's a great opportunity for Darwin Núñez. And I think the other spot for me that's really in contention is Kevin De Bruyne's spot. Now, Pep has come out and said that all of the players in the Manchester City team squad are fit, bar Nathan Ake. And you can read into that and basically say Kevin De Bruyne is fit. And clearly FPL themselves have read into that and taken away the flag from Kevin De Bruyne. Now, if you just look at those last 4 game weeks, I mean, 19, 8, 9, 13, 3 goals scored, picked up 5 assists, picked up, how many is that? 3, 5, 6, 9 bonus points across 4 game weeks. I mean, De Bruyne is on electric form at the minute. I don't think anyone can argue otherwise. Away to Fulham and West Ham. I mean, if he plays both of those games, he could come away from this game week with a monstrous score. On the flip side, you've got a player in Bruno Fernandes, who, yes, his form isn't actually that great in comparison to Kevin De Bruyne's. 5-3-3-2, it's nowhere near as good, but he's getting solid full 90 minutes. He's on penalties, and he realistically should have got higher scores in those previous games against Spurs. How he didn't score, I do not know. Against Forest, or was it against Everton, or in one of those games when he was playing a more kind of attacking role, he definitely should have got an attacking return. And you can see here his expected goal involvement being 1.21, here 0.66, here 0.75. So he's getting his expected stats have absolutely flown up since here when he was playing in the more defensive role now that Casemiro is back. So I do quite like the look of Bruno Fernandes coming into this week. I'm just going to double check here what Kevin De Bruyne's expected stats are. I expect for Arsenal they were pretty high. But actually, no, for against Arsenal, 0.6 expected. So Bruno Fernandes' expected goal involvement, twice that of Kevin De Bruyne's, but Kevin De Bruyne's ended up getting 19-pointer and Bruno ended up getting 6. And in the Leicester game, a 0.08. And the other two games, to be fair, 0.72, 0.47. But it just shows that, Bruno Fernandes' underlying stats are just as good as De Bruyne, so he could easily go and haul this game week. And getting someone like Fernandes in this spot would allow me to go a little bit more expensive in the attack. I do think that the rest of this team is kind of set. I do really like owning Salah for this game. Like, I think Salah, for a lot of you, if you can't afford, is going to be the big killer for this week. Just because of ownership, just because of, he's basically one of the few players that we can guarantee across the double that he's definitely going to play full 90 minutes, or at least is definitely going to start in each game, and that's massive. On penalties, Mo Salah, even a potential captaincy option, although I do think that Erling Haaland will comfortably be the captaincy for this game week. I guess the other discussion is the Brighton midfielders. You've got the new guy, Bonanito, who come in and managed to score in the previous game. I just think that March and Matoma just look too good going forward. It's a bit of a shame with Matoma because he's been playing really well. And I expect his expected stats probably show this. But he should have got... I mean, actually, they're okay, but he got a goal disallowed. He got a penalty that should have been given. Again, in the Brighton's previous game, he should have had an assist to Enciso, who just kind of, not necessarily massively bottled his chance. He just kind of hit it straight at Navas. Navas, good save, but still, Enciso should have been scoring, and Matoma should have been picking up an assist. So I think this is how I am going to end up lining up heading into the double game week 34. It's a tricky one. I'm still debating what to do. Let me know down in the comments your potential thoughts around this team, what you guys are thinking of doing. For me, I think a big point is that I don't want to have too many potential rotation risks in my team. So I feel like De Bruyne, I'm almost expecting that he's going to get benched in one of Fulham or West Ham, but I'm kind of okay with that because of his potential in one single game. So we can basically guarantee that De Bruyne is going to start one of those games. And if he starts one of those games, he could easily get an absolute haul. So I'm absolutely fine with that. But then someone like Diogo Jota, when he's got a bit of an injury, may not start in the first game against Spurs, could start in the second game against Fulham. He does have haul potential, but I don't want two players out of my free hit to potentially only play one of the fixture which is why I've gone for Andy Robertson instead. We know he's going to play both games. Yes, he's not as attacking as Trent, but still managed to pick up 2 assists in the previous 2 games. And you'd expect that, or I guess I'm hoping that Liverpool can potentially keep a clean sheet across one of those 2 fixtures there. They haven't been keeping clean sheets of late, but I feel as though they can keep a clean sheet. I mean, I hope that they can keep a clean sheet in one of those 2 games. But yeah, this is just a quick little look at how the team does line up. Bit more of a chatty video, this one, just because I just wanted to discuss my final thoughts going into the game week 34 deadline. Do let me know down in the comments what you think of this team. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.